So we want to understand better how human beings heal. And not surprisingly, the answer is in the genes and the stem cells. So as we age, the information in our cells changes and the stem cells decline in their activity and their ability to repair damaged tissue and create new cells. So a good question would be, you've heard X39 activates stem cells. What does that actually mean? Well, we're going to be discussing that in pretty good detail today. So when you get out of here, you're going to understand exactly what it means to activate stem cells. Okay, some things that you should know is that all of our products are invented here and patented and completely exclusive to LifeWave. I have about 70 patents globally in the field of regenerative medicine. These are just a few of them, and over 100 patents altogether. So here's LifeWave's approach with the X39. What we want to do is make stem cell science affordable to everyone. It's very, very important that we make it safe, it's legal, and we're going to activate the stem cells that are already within your body. And that's how we're going to make it affordable and safe. And as you're going to see, it's extremely effective, and it has a huge number of benefits. As I said, we're going to talk about this term activate because it really means two different things. First, when we activate stem cells, we increase their rate of proliferation, meaning when someone has an injury, you need to get stem cells to that injury site to heal the injury. So when we activate the stem cells in the body with X39, the stem cells can get to the injury. Another thing that happens is that when you apply X39 to the body, it elevates copper peptide. And copper peptide has been shown to convert the universal stem cells, to convert the stem cells that are in your skin over to universal stem cells or pluripotent stem cells. And research with copper peptide shows then that these additional stem cells go into your body and support the wound healing process wherever it may be. Now, when people apply X39, most people get an immediate effect. And we're going to see this in one of the clinical studies that I'm going to show you. So most people feel a difference their very first day. And you'll see within a week, we get most people responding with great results. Now, that said, we do want people to use X39 for a month. There are some people that don't respond for about 3 weeks. But the majority of people respond within about a week. So we just say, give it a month and you'll get great results. Now, in order to activate the stem cells, one of the things you need to do is increase the amount of energy that's being produced in the mitochondria. So overall energy that's produced in the cell goes up. What people experience is an improvement in well-being. They feel less tired and less fatigued. Also, very interesting, I'll show this to you in the clinical study that we did. And again, we have multiple clinical studies. I'm just going to show you one today in the interest of time. But the quality of sleep goes up. It turns out when you activate stem cells, it increases the levels of GABA in the brain. And GABA is a neurotransmitter that's responsible for inducing sleep. So as a matter of fact, when drug companies are looking at coming up with a drug to improve sleep, they want to activate GABA receptors. Now, one thing that X39 and copper peptide does really well is manage pain, and it does this through managing inflammation. Now, some people are going to have a mild increase in pain when applying X39, and that's important to understand because what's going on here is that in order to heal an injury, the body needs to first generate inflammation to tear down that old damaged tissue so it can make way for new healthy tissue. So if you get a mild increase in pain, it's okay. That's what it's supposed to be doing. If it's intolerable, simply remove the patch, or you can apply another one of our patches to help manage the pain. Now, one of the benefits of activating stem cells is that in order to heal an injury, you've got to increase production of collagen in the fibroblasts. And so one of the side benefits of X39 is that it's going to decrease the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. Most people are going to see this effect show up over about a 4 to 12 week period of time. When people exercise, of course, the goal is we want to break down the muscle tissue to build it up and make it stronger. And this is one of the things we see with X39. As a matter of fact, at our launch event in Japan, where we had 600 people, we just had this event in July, actually. Mr. Akira Yegashi, who is a 3-time world champion in boxing, and he's the current champion in his weight class, gave a presentation and a testimonial on how X39 has had a phenomenal effect on his performance and his ability to recover after a fight. But of course, you don't have to be a world champion or professional athlete to appreciate this. Just anyone that wants to stay in shape and stay healthy is going to be able to see improved performance and recovery with X39. Now, some people see improvements in hair growth. Not everyone. There's a reason for this. We don't have time to get into it. But if you see that you got new hair coming in, you're not imagining it. And I'll even show you a testimonial that we got on this. Now, some of the most dramatic results that we get are in the area of scar reduction. And again, I'll show you some testimonials on that, as well as wound healing. Many leaders, as a matter of fact, that have come into the company have come in just based on wound healing. And my favorite, quite honestly, is youth renewal. One of the effects of copper peptide is it will reset several thousand genes, about 4,000 genes in the cells, to a younger, healthier state. And in fact, Dr. Lauren Pickart, who was the discoverer of copper peptide, he eventually, after more than 40 years of research into copper peptide, came to the realization that the way copper peptide was working to do all these miraculous things was to reset the genes to a younger, healthier state. And that obviously has its own set of phenomenal benefits. So it's not quite the fountain of youth, but it takes a big step there. There's other benefits to X39, and I will say we don't make medical claims. We get a ton of testimonials having to do with medical claims. We don't